Jack
It's that
Brimson.
time again.
Gosh,
I've
I'm
had my teeth
excited.
done. Been to Turkey.
Oh, yeah? Have a look.
No. They looked whiter in that light then.
Why are you the founder of Having a Good Time?
Having a good time. Having a good time. I'm a shooting star racing through the sky. Yeah. I just think it's important that whatever you're doing in your life, you're having a good time. And I want to be the founder of that good time.
Okay, it's quite egotistical of you, but
Well, if the glove fits. Zach Thompson, it's another live cold calling show. If you've
Yes, it
watched
is.
one of these shows before, great. You'll probably know the concept. If you've not, let me explain the concept in maybe 17 and a half seconds. So
Okay.
we are going to bring the sponsor on for this show in a minute, which is openbox.ai. And then they have organized a special guest. We don't know what they do. They've organized all the data. We are not involved. They're going to tell us the problems they solve. We've got the dialer. We're ready to go. We're live on Nooks. We're going to start dialing, and then we're going to start pitching it. So by maybe 10 past, maybe a little bit earlier, we're going to be live cold calling. But should we bring Dylan from OpenBox to the screen?
Let's bring him in. He's one of my favorite guys.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon,
Morning,
guys.
good
How's it going?
It's
good. How are you?
Well, all the better for seeing you.
Yeah, I got my coffee here, nice early morning over here on the West Coast.
What time we at?
Good stuff.
We're just at past 7 o'clock right now.
Wow.
Wow. Well, thank you, Dylan.
Yeah, thank you guys. So just setting the stage here. OpenBox, partner of the great gents here at WHAM. We are an AI researching platform, and we've done something rather special here. Instead of bringing on a guest and you guys calling through a random call list, not knowing what you're getting, you still don't know the guest, right? But we've curated a list for you guys in terms of the problems that this company can solve for. We found a bunch of companies that are likely to be experiencing those problems. So I'll let Kevin, our guest here, explain what they do here in a minute. But essentially, this list of companies are people that are hiring and making investments in data infrastructure, data science, have new AI or data leadership, and have some signals around like, do they have generative AI initiatives? Are they, working with some tools that this company partners with? Do they have different sorts of data pipelines and all that good stuff? So we've compiled a scoring model, ranked a bunch of companies against, what this client knows to be a good fit, and we put those contacts right into your dialer for you guys.
Beautiful.
I like it. Should we get him to the stage?
Let's do it.
Brilliant. If you're in the comments, let us know where you're watching from and what you like to do on the weekend. Kevin, how are you?
Morning, afternoon. Doing great. How are you?
Good stuff. Yes, I'm great. I'm excited for this. Data Volo.
Yes.
I'm trying to work out what it is by the name.
Yeah. Well, data Volo is Latin for in flight. So data in motion, data in flight. Also is a domain name that we could snag for some not egregious amount of money.
Good. Okay. Right. So Kevin, the way this works is you're gonna break down what problems does Data Volo solve in a nutshell. Imagine I'm a 5-year-old child. I know nothing.
Yep. So there's really two things that we're doing. One is we have two taglines. We go to data engineers and we make them a 10x data engineer. So we want to make data engineers more efficient, and we're specifically doing that in the context of generative AI. So for organizations that are trying to harness the power of their unstructured data, think PDFs, PowerPoints, etc., they want to be able to interact with them in conversational text like LLMs, think ChatGPT and others. We help them with that data pipeline, getting their data to that large language model in a way that's safe, secure, and scalable.
Okay. So just I guess let's think of two paths, break it down. So like helping data engineers become 10 times more effective. What is the CTO slamming their head against the wall screaming? Is it a hiring issue? Is it a productiveness issue?
It's a productiveness issue. So for most organizations that are doing anything with generative AI today, they're doing it in a very custom process. Custom is not scalable. And when I say custom, it's, they're taking their internal processes today. They're writing a lot of custom code around doing that. And if the data changes, if the data source changes, if the target changes, all of that requires custom work. It requires them to redo it over and over again. We take that in a low code or no code fashion, and turn that into an automated process. So it's no longer manual, and you have the ability to very quickly, piece point where you want to put things and how you want to do that in a way that doesn't require that custom coding any longer.
Okay. A lot of people will be listening to this thinking that you're speaking a different language at points, Kevin. It's a world away from ours. So I'm getting there. Go on, Zach. Continue with the questions.
Absolutely.
I'm going to say it back, and if I've got it wrong, just tell me I've got it wrong. So we'll hopefully in this list be speaking to people who are on a generative AI journey of some kind. And in doing so, the nerves are, if I've got to change something, I've got to completely throw out what I've done already. I've got to recode things. That takes time. Once I've let the genie out of the bottle, it's very hard to put it back in.
Yes.
So you've created something that allows there to be no sticking points.
Correct.
Okay. Was that actually correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you might have done a better job of summarizing that than me.
Okay.
Can you write that? Can you write that down, put it on a pigeon, and send it over to Manchester?
Yeah.
So they're on a generative AI journey. They're worried that if they were to reset, it would take them back to square one. Okay. Yeah. Kevin, keep talking. How do you do it?
So the technology that we're built on top of has actually been around for a long time. It's powered by a technology called Apache NiFi. And Apache NiFi was created at the NSA in the early 2000s, specifically for moving large and unstructured data types across the world. And so our roots go back to data movement, and our roots go back to moving data in a way that's safe, secure, and scalable. And I think the new concepts that are coming to bear with generative AI, specifically large amounts of data, large amounts of training, leveraging these large language models, it's very different than the type of data that most organizations have been processing for the last 10 or 15 years. I think organizations have become very good at structured data, tables, data analytics, and AI and generative AI require new data types, specifically unstructured data types, and that's where we have a fit, and that's what we've been doing quite well for a very long time.
Okay, so they're on a generative AI journey. They're worried that if they were to reset, it would take them back to square one, or they're working with a variety of data engineers, but there's just not enough hours in the day for them to be as productive as they wish.
Yeah.
Cool. And then just really simply, one line in a nutshell, what do you do?
Solving multimodal data pipelines for generative AI.
Solving
multimodal data pipelines.
Multimodal.
You're
gonna watch a man from London sweat live on LinkedIn
today.
Solving multimodal. One more time, Kevin.
Solving multimodal data pipelines for generative AI.
Okay. So if they were to reset, it would take them back to square one. They're working with a variety of data engineers, but there's not enough hours in the day for them to be more productive. Is there anything else? Is there any other simple problem that we're missing?
No, I think we've done a pretty good job. I'm just looking through my notes here. Yeah, and I think that's it.
Is Datavolo? Is it how long's the company been going?
We're just under a year at this point, but the technology that we're built on top of has been around for 20 plus.
Okay, but so then what's making? I don't want to sound like a wanky salesman, but what's making you different to every other one if it's been around for 20 years?
Yeah, so the underlying technology has been around for 20 years. Our co-founder and CEO, he was the one that created it when he worked for the NSA. What's different is that we're extending the existing product to be able to handle the newer data pipelines that are specific to generative AI. So that's sourcing from targets that didn't exist 2, 3, 5 years ago. That's targets that didn't exist 2, 3, 5 years ago. We're doing all of the work to create those integrations to ensure that they can leverage the core capabilities that exist in this technology, but extend it to generative AI.
Okay.
So you guys are taking technology that's been at the NSA for a while and applying it to generative AI for business.
Correct. Yeah. So it was already quite good at the unstructured pieces, unstructured data types, but there's a lot of new capabilities that are coming out as a result of the generative AI boom over the last 18 months. None of those capabilities exist. Those integrations don't exist. The data flow patterns don't exist. That's all the work that we're doing to extend the existing platform. That's going to be the Datavolo specific stuff above and beyond the open source.
Okay. Zach, have you got any advice for us before we go live?
Could be one of the best or the worst shows that we've ever done.
I'm
It's probably
gonna.
for everyone, right?
I think I'm gonna try a new opener. I think I want to get in there that it's forward thinking, it's generative AI. Get in there straight away and see if we can get a conversation going. I'm gonna press the dial button. I don't know about you, Zach, but I'm kind of ready to go.
All right, mate.
Good luck, boys.
I'm going to be really, really honest because we are live. I am bricking it right now about this.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because you might see a man really break down and cry, but let's see. Can you hear that?
Hello?
Hi, is that Toby?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Is it Toby?
Tomorrow 10 o'clock.
Can you hear me,
Hey.
Toby? What was he asking? Was that a callback or he was just confirming his
I
dentist
don't know what
appointment?
happened there. Have another one, sir.
Okay. Right, okay. But you saw how quick it was to get a dial, didn't you?
Hey, no messing.
Okay. It's just getting that first call out of the way. I'm ready for this. You're gonna see a Cockney bloke blag harder than he's ever blagged before.
Do that, Andrew Huberman. 3 breaths in.
If you're in the comments, please give us your advice. What we should be saying, what you think we should be doing, what you've taken away so far.
Calling Tata Consultancy. How can I help you?
Oh, I've actually just spoken to Toby, so I don't know why I've come through to the direct line, but don't worry, I'll speak to him tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
Okay, and I don't know who Toby is, so
Yeah, it's all right. I've got a date with him tomorrow at 10 o'clock, so it's fine. I'll speak to him then.
okay.
Thank you so much.
You're
Okay, so just for context, there are going to be some direct numbers in there, some mobile numbers, some gatekeeper stuff. It's a nice amalgamation of everything to show.
Do you want to have one more?
I'm going to have one more. Everyone's saying that I booked a meeting already. That counts, doesn't it?
Is that your first meeting on the show?
Yes. Laughed too hard at that. I'm absolutely ready for this. How do you feel, Zach, in your body and your core?
There's nerves. There's always nerves, but that's good. It's healthy nerves.
You've done an ice bath this morning at 4 a.m., so you'll be
5
absolutely
a.m., but
fine.
I'm with you.
All right, okay. Wow, you sleep in late these days.
Yeah.
Okay. Could be a lot of fun.
My dog's come and sat next to me, and usually that means she's worried about me. She can sense
Wow.
something.
What do you think she could sense?
A man about to die in front of hundreds of people.
Do you think if you were really under pressure, you'd struggle to say the word generative?
No, not you.
Okay, we're dialing. So we're using a dialer called Nooks at the moment. We're dialing 5 numbers at a time. So it is plowing through. A lot of directors of information technology. There's a lot of CTOs. A couple of guys I know on this list. Some real good guys, actually. So Zach, while we're waiting, give me your pitch. I want to hear what you're going to be saying.
Is that the rules? Do I give you? Do you want to just struggle with it like that?
No, keep it.
I don't want to give you all the. Basically, I've split it into 2 journeys that someone might be on. So they might be on a starting to build functionality, or they might have built functionality already and want to create changes, but are worried about it.
Oh, that's not Jose, is it?
Definitely not, darling.
Oh, Jose's
No
not
way,
in today, is he?
Jose.
No way, Jose.
No way, Jose.
No way. Jose's not
No
there,
way.
is he? No way.
No.
No.
You got
Jose.
the wrong number, actually.
Oh, there's no directors of information technology there, Jose.
Yeah, no, this is not his number anymore, I don't think.
But it used to
It's
be.
mine. Maybe. I don't know who used to have it.
Okay.
A lot of people do call for Jose, though.
Yeah, I can imagine. Do you always say no way? It's not Jose?
Actually, I used to say no way, Jose, when I was a little girl, yeah.
Oh, right, okay. And I'm guessing you've not taken over as the director of IT, have you?
What's that?
You've not taken over Jose's position as the director of IT?
No, I mean, I wish I would have. The paycheck would have been nice.
Okay.
No.
Brilliant. Right, well, it's been so nice speaking to you. Have a lovely day.
Same to you.
Bye-bye. No way. No way, Jose. Right, you ready to have a go, Zach?
Yeah, I'll have a go.
Okay.
Tell me you can hear everything. Hold on. Do you hear that?
Oh, that means we're live.
Okay.
How do you feel, Kevin? Do you feel nervous watching this? Knowing that you've let
No, I'm excited. I'm excited.
It's banging through the numbers fast.
Okay. What do you usually do? Like if you were having like a cold calling blitz and you were to just sit there, what would you do in between dials? Is there anything you'd fidget with? Like a
You talking to me?
Yeah, you.
Shoot my pens to death. There's a seagull that lands just on the balcony just here. We've got quite a good relationship. We normally talk about what's going on in politics.
They hung up on you.
They just hung up immediately. There was not really an answer to that. Let's say no answer to that one. Right, let's keep going.
That guy doesn't like to talk about politics.
No, or seagulls.
Tell me more about the seagull situation.
We're up for an election in the UK, and seagulls are very pro-conservative.
Really? That surprises me.
Hello, is that Patabi?
Hello? Who?
Patabi?
No, you got the wrong number.
Okay. Okay. All right. No worries. You've been on the data this time, Joe.
It's a strong data list. Put it that way.
Hello, is that Tori? What? We're gonna keep rocking.
Is your mic's definitely connected, isn't it, to Nux? I don't want to say that you've.
Yeah, they could hear me. My mic being connected doesn't change who the person is. Hello, is that Mayank?
Hello?
Hello, is that Mayank? Mayank?
She was me yanking your chain, weren't she? So we've got LinkedIn user. Is it not better collating your own data? Just break that down for me, because I feel like that's what we've done, but you might say we haven't done that. So let's get a bit more from you, LinkedIn user. Right, I'm going to try again. Am I live?
You're live.
I feel like because I've not had anyone like connect yet, when they do, I might not know what I'm saying.
No, you will. Whereabouts are you?
In the world?
In the building.
Ah, that's not Vermeer, is it? What is going on today? Are these? So obviously, Kevin and Dylan, you've seen like the data. Are these people that get a lot of cold calls? Do you think they're mad at the world, or?
Yeah, I mean, most of the people within my own network and some of our existing customers, I think they get a lot of. So I think the world's changing a little bit in terms of the sales process. I also think that buyers are more educated than they've ever been. Right? So
Welcome to AFD. Please say the
yes, I mean, 10, 15 years ago, you would work with vendors to get educated about what was happening in the world, right? What was happening with technology and trends. And now there's so much information out there that I think a lot of the buyers, not to say that they weren't educated, to a tremendous amount of information before they engage with vendors. Not a bad thing. It just kind of changes the way in which we engage.
Okay. It's I'm getting through to I'm hammering through the director of engineering roles now, so this could be interesting. But if I was a director of engineering and it was 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, I'd be engineering.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as a data point, right? So we founded a year ago. I started in December. My title is head of sales. I would say I probably receive 25 to 30 cold emails a week. My phone rings probably 5 to 6 times a day of numbers of folks of people that I haven't heard from before, don't exist within my network. One of the things about being in sales is it's pretty easy to get a hold of you, right? You Google my name, you can pretty quickly find my number. And so as a result of that, people leverage tools like OpenBox, which are great because it gives you the signals to say, hey, this is a new company. They're well funded. They have a head of sales. I have a product that I want to sell to somebody in sales. And as a result of that, it's, you get those calls, which is fine.
What do you look for, like as a buyer, when you receive a cold call? What's important to you? What do they say? What do they do? How do they act? All those things.
In terms of how they engage on the call, or what they're selling.
Yeah. Then in terms of how they engage.
Yeah, I would say just being personable, right? I think you can pretty quickly tell if it's. You can tell if they like what they're doing or not. That's for sure. And I think it's a lot easier to spend 30 seconds, a minute talking through with somebody about that's actually excited about what they're doing versus the folks who are just reading off a script. That tends to be the ones that. Hey, not for me, or shoot me an email, right? Because if you found my phone number, you probably have my email. Just shoot me an email with some more information.
Very easy to say that. I hope that when I get through to someone, I'm going to sound as excited about generative AI as you do, Kevin.
Are you dialing right now?
And you have
I'm dialing right now, baby.
Shall I just dial at the same time?
Which always helps.
Yeah, you can do. I just have to wait until I'd have to connect you live. So.
Well, so I'll just wait and I'll give you a signal when I get a connection.
Yeah, do that. Well, I'll hear you say hello.
All right.
It's interesting. We have some people going back and forth in the comments about connect rates being low as of recently, even the past few weeks. So,
hello, is that Prasun? Wow. But this is bizarre. This is like not even.
We've never had a show like this, have we? I don't. They are big companies, to be fair. Like it's like I don't know if we're allowed to say some of the companies, but some of them are big.
Yeah, Fortune 100, Fortune 500 for sure.
Yeah. Imagine doing your weekly shop. Some of the names you'd see walking around Trader Joe's.
Reference.
Are these all direct dials? Yes, mobile numbers, direct dials. We're not even going for standard office numbers. We are trying on the old. I'll dial at the same time.
Sent you guys over the leadership list because I thought the conversations would be better based on your style. Maybe some end users, some engineers, some managers might have been maybe more likely to pick up, but may have been some interesting conversations as well.
They'll be the ones that are playing Candy Crush, aren't they? So they'll be on their phones.
Hello, is that Israel?
Who's this?
Well, I'll be honest, we've never spoken before. Could I sum up very quickly why I've... Wow.
That was brutal.
Go again. Mate, this is the game though. Like if we were sat here and every hour of cold calling was gold, meetings, fun and games, like this is just like the truth. Wow, that sounded deep when I said it.
And that's
Even
what
I believed it for
salespeople
a
are here to
minute.
try and do. They're here to try and find the truth.
The truth.
This summer, 2 men, 1 impossible journey.
Thank you, Andrew. Jack and Zap back to back. Like Ant and Dec, if Ant and Dec had been in a serious car accident.
It's a niche reference.
Yeah. You still dialing?
Oh yeah, big time.
I want you to sound the most assertive that you could when someone picks up the phone.
Okay.
You got to sound like you are the CTO of Ligma.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Are you dialing as well?
Can do, yeah.
No, man, that was what we said, though, wasn't it? Do you remember when we agreed on that?
Yeah, but yeah, I'm dialing, man.
It's a terrible spelling of math. Hello, is that Aruna?
Yes.
Hello, Aruna. I'll be very honest. My name's Zach. We don't know each other. Do you mind if I sum up very quickly why I've chosen to give you a call? And if it's not relevant, I won't bother you again.
No. Please don't do it today. Okay?
What day should I do it?
Friday afternoon would be the best time.
Friday
after
afternoon.
calls.
Okay, Friday
Right.
afternoon. I'll give you a call back then.
I love it. That's so rude. What was his name? Aruba.
Aruna.
Sound like a Beach Boys song. Aruna, Madonna, wait, you know that one?
No.
Okay, I'm dialing as well.
Hey, is that Chris?
Who's calling?
Well, Chris, my name's Zach. I'll be very honest. We don't know each other. Could I sum up why I've called? And if it's not relevant, I won't bother you again.
What's the reason for the call?
Well, it's a sales call of all things. So I don't know. You might want to.
I'm actually, I'm working right now, so I appreciate the call. Thank you.
We'll keep
All
rocking.
I'm dialing, but sometimes yours bleeps and it makes me think I've got.
Mate, you're not dialing.
That's why you're supposed to call at 8 p.m. when people aren't working.
Yeah, I think that'd be a different kind of route if it was 8 p.m.
Yeah.
I'm dialing, bro. I'm locked in right now. I'm gonna sound so assertive. Paul. Is that Paul? Paul, it's a cold call. Hello? Hello? Hi, that's not Gabriel, is it?
No.
Okay. Gabriel's not available, are they?
No.
Okay.
A number.
No. He wasn't even American. He was from South Suffolk. Okay. I love it. The notes come up from Nooks and tells you what's going on. It just said, Gabriel sounded confused like he didn't belong here. Right, I'm live again.
Hello, is that Raoul? Hey, Raoul. Look, I'm sure you get a lot of these. I'll be very honest. It's actually a sales call, so I don't know if you want to hang up on me immediately or let me tell you why I called first.
Hello.
Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
This is the weirdest live cold calling show that we've ever done.
Mate, this LinkedIn user guy's doing my head in.
Probably somebody that works for us. With us. Sorry. With us. Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've seen your guys' style work really well here in the U.S., and I've also seen it get shut down real quick. But
Oh, yeah.
there were times when you get on the phone with somebody and
Hello, is that Don?
Yes.
Hey, Don, we don't know each other. My name's Zach. Do you mind if I sum up why I've called? And if it's not relevant, I'll never bother you again. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, what's it about?
Well, I'll jump into it. If it's a waste of your time, I won't bother you again. So I'm typically getting invited in by directors of technology who are on some form of generative AI journey, but they're worried about a few things. So some are worried that building AI functionality into a business for the first time is presenting some issues because once they let that genie out of the bottle, it's hard to put it back in, and they want to make sure they get it right. Others,
I got it. We have a whole internal department for this, so I wouldn't be the one to talk to, but I appreciate you calling. Thank you so much.
Okay, can I ask you one last question before I let you go, Don?
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned you've got a team who looks after this. Just so I know I'm shooting in the right direction. Is that a team that solely looks after AI? So if I was to search AI as a keyword, that's the department?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And by the sound of it, you have no involvement with them.
Correct. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Cheers, Don.
Right. You got conversation, and that's all that we can ask for in this game.
That's all that we can ask for.
Welcome to AMD. Please say the first and last name of the person or the name of the department you wish to reach. If you need help with an AMD product, please press 1
We
to
won't play
speak
this
to
game. We won't play this game. On to the next.
Your fortunes will immediately change the moment Zach starts chewing his pen. How many calls have you got left, Jack, just to make sure we've been doing the same amount of work?
It's about 4, man.
No way.
I've got 230.
Oh, I've got 430.
You got 430?
No, I've got 30.
Oh, wow. Okay, let me have a blitz. Let me have
a little blitz.
Can you sing us some kind of song while you're while we're waiting?
What would you like? I can do impressions.
Go on, give us your Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. Sometimes you gotta go back to go forward. Like that one?
That was lovely.
That's
really good.
All right. Anyone else you'd like me to do?
Could you do Jack Frimston from We Have a Meeting?
Yeah. Right. Here's what I'm thinking.
What are you doing with that dog down there?
She just keeps coming over and just checking on me.
Welcome to Google Meet. Enter the meeting pin followed by the pound key.
I didn't mean to end up there. I got 226 tasks left.
Yeah. Bang it out. Get that parallel dialer on turbocharge. Here we go. Do you, Kevin? Obviously, we've never met before. Do you have what does your sales team consist of? Are you on the phones? Are you out there dialing?
Yeah. There's four of us in the field from a sales perspective, 3 in the field from a technical perspective. Combination of cold calling, cold emailing, email campaigns, trade shows. Databricks has their summit next week that we'll be participating in San Francisco.
Interesting.
Our existing network. The VCs actually do a great job of making introductions. Most large organizations have teams that are responsible for keeping their thumb on the pulse relative to what the top tier VCs are doing, and then scheduling introductions with those companies to understand more about what they do and where it could potentially fit.
Nice. Do you make many cold calls yourself?
I would say on the lower end, but I do make them still. I would say the majority of my cold calls tend to be people that are within my network, but have been dormant within my network for quite a long time. So folks that I maybe worked with 2 or 3 companies ago, 6 or 7 years ago, folks that have changed organizations, changed roles. Those tend to be the ones that I end up, but it feels like a cold call, right? If you haven't talked to them in 6 or 7 years, it feels the same way.
Yeah. What's your go-to opener? How would you open a conversation like that?
Ooh, just introducing myself, right? Hey, this is who I am and this is why I'm calling. And, do you have 5 minutes? If not, when's a good time to schedule some time?
And then bang, straight to Meetingville.
Yeah, typically. There you go. Dog coming in. She's definitely worried now.
She's worried now, isn't she?
But I mean, even folks, even some of the companies we work with, because they get so many emails, like, directors say, I see that it took you 7 or 8 minutes before we engage,
Sorry, that was just a voicemail.
No, all good.
We keep on going. The phone is dialing. I want to know in the comments, if you're watching this, what does our 35 minutes of cold calling compared to your 35 minutes if you are a cold caller? Is this the same? Do you feel like you're constantly not having that many conversations? Is it people that are just shutting you down straight away? It's a different kind of campaign today. I want to know what your day's been like. The number you have called does not have a voice. That's what it's flagging up on. It's quick. It's dialing so many numbers. Directors of engineering, that's what we're through at the moment. Hi, that's not Amit, is it? What's happening here?
Hi, you've reached the desk of Shauna Stevens at Humana Market Point in Grapevine, Texas. Currently...
That's not who I was looking for.
I mean, we've had people that come to our website fill out a contact us form with their cell phone and email, and this is what I want to talk to you about, and then it takes 2.5 weeks to get a hold of them. You got to send three or four notes. So I think just changed a bit.
It's fair to say, like, these companies, I know we're not going to drop names, but like everybody, if you were in the audience, you could see who we were dialing, you'd recognize all of these names. Like, we're talking directors, big company. Well, that's not Juan, is it?
Bueno.
Hello, bueno. Is it Juan?
Sí, ¿quién busca?
Yeah. Have I come through to Juan?
¿Qué?
Yeah, Juan. It's Jack. Do you speak any English?
No.
No, not. Director of engineering?
¿Qué?
No, never mind. Thank you, Juan.
No.
There's no
Oh, Jack, you don't know any Spanish?
Come on, man. Como es el negocios? Hit him.
Wow. Oh, there. That's what we like to see. I booked a nice cold one this morning.
Nice.
And a little snowflake emoji. That gets... I'm not even
You
gonna...
win Juan, you lose Juan.
Very good.
Very good. Yeah, someone was going to do it, weren't they?
Hi, that's not Ahmed, is it?
Who is this?
Ahmed, I'll be very honest. We've never spoken before. My name's Jack. I guess, can I run through in 30 seconds why I've chosen to call you? And if it's not relevant, we can leave it there. Is that fair?
Oh, sure.
Brilliant. So Ahmed, I'm typically invited in by directors of engineering. If they're honest, they might be on a generative AI journey at the moment, but they might be struggling with one of the following problems. So they're building AI functionality. So it's the first time. It makes them feel nervous that they can't step back and kind of go back once they can't reset to square one once they've started. Or maybe they are working with a variety of data engineers, like I know you are, but there's not enough hours in the day for them to be productive. I get the feeling, Ahmed, you're probably going to tell me every director of engineering faces those problems, or none of those problems exist in your world.
Actually, we always have problems to solve, but I'm not the right person of the organization.
Okay, no, that's absolutely fair, and I thought that you might not be the exact right person, but I thought I'd be brave and pick up the phone. I guess when you say,
how about I the right person in the organization, and you can contact them.
yeah, that'd be brilliant. I guess, yeah. Let me just get my pen ready. Who would be best to contact for that? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because Jake reports to Mike. Let me get you his phone number.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The phone
That's
number at the office
Mm-hmm.
is 8.
Mm-hmm. 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 Sorry, say that extension one more time. So, okay, fantastic. I'm going to do that. I might start with the first one and then move on to the second one. I guess.
Today, I do it tomorrow because today he's full. Be back-to-back meetings.
I can imagine. That's very, very helpful. Thank you for that, Ahmed. I guess can I ask you one last question before I let you go?
Sure.
I guess just so I'm not going in completely blind and I can probably make myself of use, or I can do a bit of research before. I guess you said that those problems always exist. What did you mean by that? Sorry.
Well, there's always room for improvement. It's a journey.
Mm-hmm.
And like we've implemented Salesforce, we've implemented Sonar, we've implemented a lot of tools for like line number portability. We're customizing our meta switch. We are building PBXs. There's several VMs that are running. So there's a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm not sure what engineering wants because I'm an economist. So if you can present something that they find valuable, they're authorized to make those decisions.
Okay, that's good. That's super helpful. And I think, like, I'm guessing you probably don't know the biggest problem when it comes to generative AI at the top of Michael's list at the moment.
I've resigned as the chief executive of this company. I'm only the chairman and president right now. So involved in day-to-day anymore. So that's, I'm kind of semi-retired.
Okay. Well, I hope you're enjoying that retirement. You've obviously worked hard, but this information and that contact number is brilliant. So I'll give them a call tomorrow and I'll take it from there. Are you happy for me to mention your name in that conversation?
You're welcome to do so.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Have a lovely day.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
There he is.
I can't say what the company name was. Can I say what it rhymes with? But I feel like everyone might.
Is it a big company?
It's big.
And it's the chair. You spoke to the former CEO, now chairman.
Yeah, and he's given me the number for the CTO. So
nice.
The extension number, and he said I could mention his name in a conversation. Always a great position to be in. I spoke to X yesterday. They said to give you a call regarding X, Y, and Z. Are you happy to run through blah 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 why I'm calling you? I feel like I butchered the pitch a little bit, but I think for a first time cold calling it, hey, we're only young.
You looked a bit panicked at one point as you were going. I could see you going like this with your page. You must have written it on two sides. Looking at the screen like that.
Generative AI.
Yeah, AI. Like that, yeah.
You ready to make that cold call tomorrow, Kevin?
Sure. Yeah, happy to.
Good. We'll fire all that over to you after the call.
They said that the CTO came from, I don't know if you heard that bit, but they'd come from a big company that you might have been on Farmville when you were younger, if you know what I mean. So they're all moving around. Anyway, should I try another one?
Give it another go.
All right. What disposition should I put? Meeting booked. Good. All right.
I think for anyone making calls, that was a good example for not speaking to the right person, not being a reason to not get as much as you can out of the call. take all the pressure out. Thanks for that. Just before I let you go, can I ask you one last question? And then jumping into a big picture problem-based question that you can use to arm you for that next call. Andrew,
So this is Phyllis, Lobby 10. How may I help you?
Hello. Oh, I've not come through to Helen, have I?
Pardon me?
I've not come through to Helen today, have I?
No,
I'm looking for
I don't know who
Hel-
Helen is. Oh, I can give you the number to the switchboard. You can call them, but this is a desk.
What's the difference between a desk and a switchboard?
Good morning. The switchboard is the operator, and the desk is someone's actual desk that I sit here.
Right. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Sorry.
This is not the switchboard.
Okay. It's just your desk.
Yeah, the switchboard is like, you know, when you call the operator, that's what the switchboard is.
Okay. What made you answer the phone then?
Because you called my phone.
Oh, right. Sorry. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
This is a desk. What is the difference between a desk and a switchboard?
You guys cracked me up. That's awesome.
Yeah, I just think it's direct line versus main line.
And it said it was Helen's direct. Anyway. I feel like Ahmed was a lot nicer than he needed to be.
Considering his title.
Yeah. But that's probably why he did well in life. Right, I'm still blitzing it. The numbers are going down.
Thank you, desk.
Back.
Oh, that's not Jim, is it?
No, I think you have the wrong number, sir.
Oh, Jim's not around, is he? No.
No, I think you have the wrong number.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's really tickled me. Thank you, desk. Right, I'm going to get my dialer going for these last 20 calls.
Okay.
Hello, is that David?
Yes, who's calling?
Hey, David, it's Zach. I'll be honest, we've never spoken before. Could I quickly sum up why I've called you? If it's completely irrelevant, I'll never bother you again. Does that sound fair?
I'll give you 10 seconds. Let's go. I'm in the middle of projects.
Let's do it. So I'm typically invited in by systems engineers who are on a generative AI journey, but they're starting to worry about a few things. So it might be that as they're building AI functionality in the business for the first time, they really want to make sure they get it.
No, I'm not interested. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Wow, they don't like me, the Americans, as much as you, Joe.
He was on it. That was about 10 seconds.
Hey, we like the honesty of the Americans, though.
Okay, I'm still dialing. You dialing?
Hello, darling.
Hello, darling. Right, I'm gonna do a few more. I know the connection rates are low, so let's just see if there's anything more in this. And then maybe we'll call it a day.
Hello?
Hello, is that Heimer?
Yeah.
Hello. I'll be very honest, we've never spoken before. Could I quickly sum up why I've called you? And if it's not relevant, I won't bother you again.
Fair.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Okay. So I normally get brought in by technical directors of large businesses who are on some form of generative AI journey, but they're starting to worry about a few things. So it might be that building AI out into a business for the first time is a bit of a genie out of the bottle situation. They want to make sure they get it right. Maybe that's not the problem and they're further down the line, but they want to make changes without having to completely rewrite code or restart. I've got a feeling this might be the part where you tell me none of that applies.
For me, I am on the back-end side.
Okay.
And so the APIs and mainframe. So I really don't involve in the business side of the equation. I manage the availability side of the equation.
Ah, I see.
I'm the last person going to production for prod readiness. But what they develop at Schwab is not something I control or I see for almost 2 years, 18 months.
Right. Okay. Do you get involved in the AI journey at all? Have any insight into what's going on?
No, I don't.
No.
They're very controlled environment, so none of us on the technical side have view into it.
Okay.
Not until the project is approved and the feds approve it and all sorts of things. So none of us are involved on the technical side.
Right. Okay. So you get the projects through and given your orders and away you go.
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Then we find solutions that's almost like 6 to 12 months down the lane after the ideation comes through.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't get your name.
My name's Zach. Could I ask one last question just before I let you go? Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Who would you recommend that I need to be speaking to? Is there an AI team or a certain job role you'd recommend me reach out to?
No, Zach, because I'm on the back end. I don't know the business people. I've only been here 2 years, so I don't know the business people to connect. I think the best way is to go through procurement, which is the legal office.
Mm-hmm.
That way they'll get you connected to the right people. I think if you want to get your foot in, go through the Schwab legal office. Then they can create an NDA and then you can work with the business. I think that's the best way to do it.
Okay. Do you think they like British people or not?
Schwab is everywhere, so it doesn't matter who we are, as long as that adds value to them.
Well, that's music to my ears. You'd be surprised. Okay. Well,
and also they need to follow the data governance from British and other countries. So I think it's a valid point, and I think you can get your foot in. I think, but don't quote me. I'm just a small little fish in the sea. So
I'm sure you're being modest. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for being accommodating, and I will go and do my homework. Appreciate it. All the best.
Bye, Zach.
Bye.
Beautiful. It's probably a good time to take a minute, Zach, and we talk about different campaigns like SDR and BDR campaigns. I know that they're just buzzwords that get thrown around, but like these kind of campaigns, especially when you're going like the CTO of like a Fortune 500, you are going to want to probably like pick up your influencers and champions along the way, because it might be a case of like ringing that CTO and just hoping for that one call close. It might not happen. So how do you utilize all the information? How do you build a bit of like a case when it comes to searching for different people?
It's a good question. There's quite a lot of stuff you can do. I mean, the work that OpenBox do is amazing. If you're perhaps not as lucky to be able to have access to something like that, even something lower down the line of LinkedIn Sales Navigator free trial, and looking at people who have been new hires into decision making that your product affects. So if a business has recently hired a CTO and announced funding, things like that, those are usually good signals that changes need to happen. That's all you're potentially looking for. When I started this business, I was just doing it on my mobile phone. I'd also try and come in a few levels below and just say, like you were doing before, just, I've come through to the total wrong person. I was looking to speak to Dylan. Dylan sits next to me. Hold on a second, I'll go and get him for you. And then the next thing you know, you're being passed over. So there's all sorts of tricks of the trade. I think where burnout is such a massive thing in sales, enterprise salespeople typically get burnt out early on because they don't realize how long the wins take. We've got campaigns where it's breaking into 20 accounts. We've got 6 months to do it. You're almost knowing that nothing's going to happen for the first few weeks while we're on that campaign. Just where we find our footing, start having initial conversations, then bang, it's, we're working with that at the minute with the engineering team. Okay, right, well, let's focus all our efforts on there. So try not to get burnt out. It's every conversation is part of the journey. What's that?
Diffuser, and I thought that you diffused that situation incredibly well.
Okay.
Okay, guys, thank you. That was another episode of the live cold calling show. the dials probably weren't there as much as we wanted this week, but I think there's definitely some good takeaways. And I've spoken to a very wealthy man this afternoon, so I'm going to be calling him back and seeing if he's looking to take any young Cockney boys on a boat trip around the Bahamas. Dylan and Kevin, anything from you? Any closing words?
No, this was great.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys' effort. I know this is how it goes. Sometimes on the show we like to have it be more flashy, but this is the reality of what we do every day. So,
yeah, if it was easy, everyone would do it.
Exactly. And we're going to be back in a few weeks. While I'm live on air, there's a man called Joey Gilkey who said he was going to come on the live cold calling show. He's an American. He's from, I think he's from Texas. He's quite a character, as they say in the industry. So this is me live calling him out. Tag him.
Whoa.
Get him on the show. If he's brave enough, come cold call with us. See you later, guys.
Thanks.